What if living better didn't require earning more money? Because right now, some Americans are paying less for housing, healthcare, food, and lifestyle. While living lives many people in the US would consider an upgrade. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The American dream might actually be cheaper outside America. And by the end of this video, you may seriously question whether high costs automatically mean higher quality of life. Most people think moving abroad is about escaping expenses. That's only half the story. The real question isn't, where is life cheaper? It's, where do Americans get more life for their money? This ranking looks at cost of living, healthcare, lifestyle quality, safety, infrastructure, residency practicality, and one brutally important factor. Can Americans realistically live better without paying American prices? Welcome to 10 Things Now, a growing community that values knowledge, clarity, and real-world insight. 10 Things Now helps you learn faster and think smarter. 10 things you should know, now. And these are 10 countries where Americans live better for less in 2026. Number 10. Ecuador. Most people think Ecuador is mainly a retirement destination. Reality shift? Many Americans move there because everyday life can cost dramatically less without completely sacrificing comfort. Mountain cities like Cuenca offer affordable housing, lower healthcare costs, and established expat communities. But this is where people fail. Cheap living means nothing if you ignore culture or long-term adjustment. Number 9. Vietnam. People often assume Vietnam is only for backpackers and digital nomads. That's outdated. Americans in cities like Ho Chi Minh City and Da Nang are finding fast internet, modern apartments, excellent food, and surprisingly low living costs. The impact? Some Americans discover they can afford a lifestyle that would require a much higher income back home. And yes, that realization can be psychologically unsettling. Number 8. Costa Rica. Costa Rica sounds like a vacation fantasy. Palm trees, beaches, slow mornings. But the reality is more strategic. Americans are moving there for healthcare access, environmental quality, and a lifestyle that often feels less dominated by constant work pressure. Sometimes people don't move abroad because they hate their country. They move because they're tired of feeling permanently stressed. That's a very different motivation. Number 7. Philippines. Most Americans expect affordability in the Philippines. What surprises many is the familiarity. English is widely spoken. American cultural influence is strong. Adapting can feel easier than many first-time expats expect. And the impact is huge. For some Americans, a moderate U.S. income suddenly unlocks a noticeably higher standard of living. But it gets more complicated. Infrastructure gaps and traffic can quickly test unrealistic expectations. Number 6. Panama. People think Panama is just a banking hub or retirement hotspot. Reality? It quietly offers one of the most practical, better for less, equations in the region. Strong expat communities, modern healthcare, dollarized currency, and relatively easy residency pathways make Panama surprisingly attractive for Americans. Sometimes the best value isn't the cheapest place. It's the place where life becomes simpler. So far, we've seen countries where Americans can reduce expenses. But now we move into places where the equation changes. These aren't just cheaper countries. These are places where many Americans feel they're getting back something money alone can't easily buy: time, flexibility, breathing room. Number 5. Spain. Most people think Spain is about tourism, sun, tapas, beaches, but many Americans living there will tell you the real luxury is something else: pace. Walkable cities, healthcare access, longer social meals, less obsession with non-stop productivity. And here's the unexpected part. Spain doesn't necessarily make people richer. It can make them feel less trapped by time. That difference matters. Number 4. Malaysia. Malaysia doesn't dominate Western headlines. And that may be exactly why it surprises people. Americans there often find modern infrastructure, quality healthcare, strong internet, and relatively affordable urban living. Kuala Lumpur, in particular, creates a strange contradiction. You can experience high-rise modern living, without automatically paying major, American city prices. Wait, a country with skyscrapers, healthcare access, and lower costs? That's why Malaysia quietly stays on so many expat shortlists. Number 3. Thailand. Thailand isn't just cheap. That's the shallow explanation. The deeper reality is lifestyle leverage. Affordable food, healthcare, housing, strong expat networks, and diverse living options allow many Americans to dramatically reshape their spending patterns. And for some people, Thailand isn't merely about spending less. It's about discovering they don't actually need as much money as they thought to feel comfortable. That realization can completely change how someone views work, success, and freedom. Now we reach the countries that consistently dominate, move abroad, conversations among Americans. These aren't niche destinations anymore. They're becoming symbols of something bigger. The search for a better life without an endless financial treadmill. And number 1 may challenge assumptions many Americans grew up believing. Number 2. Portugal. Portugal exploded in popularity for a reason. People often describe it as Europe's sweet spot. Safety, walkability, healthcare, lifestyle quality, and compared with many American urban costs, life can feel dramatically more manageable. But here's the reality shift few people discuss enough. Portugal's popularity has changed Portugal itself. Housing costs have risen in some areas. Expectations have changed, and yet, many Americans still see Portugal as one of the strongest quality of life upgrades available. That says a lot. Before we reveal number 1, notice something strange. The countries attracting Americans aren't necessarily promising luxury. They're promising relief. Relief from financial pressure, relief from burnout, relief from the feeling that life keeps getting more expensive, while time keeps disappearing. And no country on this list embodies that emotional shift more than number 1. Number 1. Mexico. Mexico takes the number 1 spot because it delivers something many Americans value enormously. Better affordability, without feeling impossibly far away. Most people reduce Mexico to one word, cheap. That misses the real story entirely. Americans move there because they can access vibrant cities, healthcare options, established expat communities, diverse lifestyles, and geographic proximity to the United States itself. Cities like Mérida, Puerto Vallarta, Lake Chapala, and Mexico City continue attracting Americans who feel they're upgrading their daily lives without maintaining full American-level expenses. And here's the perspective-changing insight. For many Americans, Mexico doesn't feel like escaping life. It feels like redesigning it. That's a very different psychological experience. And since you stayed all the way to this point, you deserve a bonus. Some experts believe the future cost of living migration wave won't be driven mainly by retirees. It'll be driven by middle-income remote workers and professionals. That's huge, because historically, Americans moved abroad after building their financial lives. Increasingly, some are choosing to build those lives somewhere else from the beginning. If that trend accelerates, the idea of where the American dream can exist may become radically more global than previous generations ever imagined. So here's the question: if you could instantly relocate tomorrow, would you choose higher income or higher quality of life? And which country would make your shortlist? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you enjoy videos that challenge assumptions and help you understand how the world is changing, check out the other videos here on 10 Things Now, because the next thing you learn might completely change your perspective.